friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a December reset video. I've been really enjoying watching Wild Fern's monthly reset videos where at the beginning of the month she goes and basically does a big reset, usually unboxes some sort of planty tools or whatever, and goes through her collection and makes sure things are doing all right. And I've really enjoyed watching them, and it's the beginning of the month and I feel like I desperately need a bit of a reset, and I've got some things that I need to do that aren't necessarily plant choresy, but they're plant chores adjacent. So I figured why not put them all into one video and we can do them together and just reset a little bit. So got a big list of things to do. Before we get into that though, I want to say if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you returning. Let's look at some chores. Not chores, some things I need to do. So first off, you might be able to see my sideboard here barely has any plants on it. So we had a Friendsgiving dinner party thing on Saturday and we put all the food out on here, and so I had to move all of my plants into the office, and I've basically made Joe's desk unusable. Thank goodness he's not at home today working, he is in the office, and so I was able to leave them there all weekend. But I want to put this back and make it planty again because it looks like, I know this is how normal people who aren't obsessed with houseplants' homes look, where they've just got one or two houseplants here and there, but to me this just looks empty and weird. So I want to refill it all up with my plants, get it all situated again and make it look nice. I got myself a Christmas tree-ish plant that I want to decorate with y'all because I'm feeling like I want some festiveness for the holidays. We're not going to the States this year for Christmas, so having more time with some festiveness might be quite nice. I've got some Predatory mites here. I need to refresh those, take those off of the plant, take the old ones off of the plants I've got them on and put new ones on. Honestly, I think I've been doing really well with the Predatory mites. Knock on wood. I haven't really had any thrips issues or pest issues in general these past few months since I've been doing these very, very regularly, and I don't know exactly why, but I feel like it's because the Predatory mites are doing their job and catching outbreaks before they happen. If one or two thrips or thrip larvae are here and there, the Predatory mites can just go in and deal with the larvae quickly and stop that population growth of them before it begins. Does that make sense? I feel like it's actually really working because I've not had any major issues on my plants this past few months. So I'm feeling very, very lucky that that's the case, that I've not had pests. And the thing is, the Predatory mites I have, they're only for thrips. I don't have them for spider mites. But knock on wood again, I'm pretty sure I've not had spider mites either. I have been keeping a fairly good eye on my plants, so maybe, who knows? All I know is I'm feeling very good in the pest department. I've not really been struggling with them as intensely as I have struggled previously. I feel like this time last year I was covering all of my plants in sulfur fungicide for flat mites and getting rid of thrips and spider mites and all of that, and this year it just doesn't feel like I have any of those sort of major problems. So I feel like I'm in a good place, and so putting more Predatory mites up will be good for that. I also have some bits from Amazon that I want to sort out some more of my smart plugs because I need to do a bit of a rearrange of them, and I think I might put some heat mats out. I think I got the 6-gang one, and I want to try heat mats because I've not tried those before, and I have a feeling it will do really, really well for either my pond box or on my shelves in the bedroom where I've got some propagations. I want to try it. I've never really tried heat mats properly before, so I am very, very curious to hear y'all's experience with them. So the ones that I have, they don't have any like temperature meters or anything on them. They're just like the ones that you plug and go. So I don't know if it'll be too warm. I think I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on them at the very beginning, but really would love to know your experiences with heat mats and what you use them for. Like, are they good for things in semi-hydro to make sure that the water stays warm enough, or does that like cook the roots? I'm very curious to try it, because I've not, in this whole time I've had plants, I've never really given it a go, and so I feel like that would be a good thing to do. I also, since it's the beginning of the month, I should water my cacti, because that's, it's that time of month for my cacti. I try and water them at the beginning of each month, because that's the only time I can manage to remember to do it regularly. And I also want to dust the plants in my bedroom. In my cozy, was it my cozy day of plant chores? In one of my plant chores videos, I dusted the plants in the living room, and I felt really, really good having done that. And so if I continue doing reset videos, I would love to maybe do one room each month, and kind of, because if it's one room at a time, it feels like less of a stress than when I feel like I need to do the whole house at once, because that feels like way too much. So I've got dusting just the bedroom plants on my list, and then I'm also, like, while I'm going around and stuff, I think I'm gonna try and make a list of like goals and plant chores and stuff that I want to get done this month. So sorry, I feel like I've been talking for absolutely friggin' ages, but that's the plan for today. So maybe grab yourself some plant chores for yourself to do, repotting, watering, dusting. Highly recommend dusting. And we can do some plant stuff together. So yeah, I think I need to start here, because this is just feeling far too empty for my liking. So let's put the plants back on my sideboard. How stinking cute is this? So this is a Norfolk Island pine, and it is more of like a tropical version of a sort of like pine tree looking thing. And I just got a potted one from the Plant Point, which I'm like super excited about. I feel like this is a plant that I could keep all year round, as opposed to like a potted Christmas tree where I feel like they don't actually, I've not had the best success with them previously, but I feel like this gives me like kind of Charlie Brown Christmas tree vibes. But I feel like it is just the exact right thing for my home for Christmas, because I don't have space to put a big tree anywhere, or even a small tree. Like, the most I could do would be like a small potted tree that's about this size. And so I'm excited to give this one a go, and if it works out, then it can be a sort of more long-term Christmas tree option in my home. But I'm really pleased with it. I'm hoping that it works well as sort of some Christmas decoration. I might change the, obviously it's just got paper around the pot there, so I might swap that out. But festive next. I feel like I want to be festive. So I've pulled out my box of Christmas stuff from the loft. It's also got Halloween stuff in here, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what the gift is. Oh, heck yes. I've got tinsel. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Okay. Also, kind of smart but dumb. So I've got like kind of crappy Christmas ornaments, but they're all made of plastic. But that's actually quite good for a tree like this, which can't support like very heavy ornaments, like proper glass ones, or like, you know, the ones that like shatter. This won't shatter, and it's also very light, so I can more easily hang them on here. I've also got loads of these like very itty bitty mini ones, which I feel like actually might be better for like the relative size of the tree. Oh my goodness. That's actually freaking adorable. Cue the Christmas montage. This is adequately Christmasified enough for me for now. I mean, my garland over the mirror looks a little bit pathetic, but that's okay. I'm not a huge decorator anyways. I just like have these things, so it's like I feel like I want them, and it's kind of gonna help me get into like the festive spirit. I ended up not using any of the bigger ornaments just because I think they were a little bit too heavy on the tree and they just like didn't look right proportionally, whereas these little ones I feel like just look ideal on here. And I was able to string some lights around my Manjula pothos as well, so it just kind of lights up this area ever so slightly more, and I can keep these lights on much more often than my grow lights. I just think it looks so cute. I should also water my moss poles, because when I was taking these plants out I was like, oh, I shouldn't water them because then they're gonna be more of a pain to move. So let me quickly chuck some water in the cups. I think I'm gonna do fertilizer water as well. In general, I just feel so much better with this whole bit set back up, plantified again, because it looked way too empty without. got an Amazon parcel here with some more plenty things, kind of. So I got a 6-gang power strip, a smart power strip that I think I've got it for, yes, the shelves in the bedroom, obviously. And then a pack of AAA batteries because my hygrometer thermometer in the cabinet has been dead for a minute. And like, I know I don't like really need it in there because like I trust things and I'm not really like I don't look at it all that often these days. I feel like when I was just starting out, I was using it a whole lot more, but in the last year or so, I don't really look at it all that much because I trust that it's fine. But there we go. It thinks we are at very high humidity right this second because I was holding it in my hand. And let me see, can I change it to, yeah, sorry, I was reading it and I thought it was like 55 Fahrenheit. It's not, it's 22 Celsius because in my viewfinder it's backwards. But that is good. Let's do some adjusting and see if we can get this in, because then I can use that 4-gang in the cabinet area where I have unplugged the fan when I did my cabinet reset. If you've not watched that, I put new shelves in the cabinet and more grow lights in there, which is super exciting, and I think my plants are loving it. I am loving it. I think it just looks so much more airy and spacious and delicious. And so I just needed one more plug socket in there to get my fan in to work as well. So we can put this back into the cabinet and sort this stuff out. Down in here, I basically had to sacrifice the use of my life spectrum from Mother in order to have these Barina lights on over the pond box words, because I only had a 4-gang here. But I think if I put, I'm hoping that 6 should be enough, because then I have 4 or 5, and then I can put 1 heat mat in. I think that makes sense. So, assuming I can get them to, oh, fudge muffins. I don't know if this is gonna work because of the direction that these plugs go. Like, I wish I could just get a longer one of these rather than them be facing each other, because let me unplug one of these. So the plant spectrum lights that I have on the Vitro shelves, all of them face that way, which makes that pretty basically unusable. Like, it doesn't gain me anything extra. In fact, it loses me some, because I think also this one, yeah. So this loses me. Oh, that's so annoying. And I don't have another plug I could plug into around here. I was really convinced this was gonna work. That's a bit of a bummer. And I know you shouldn't daisy chain power surges together or surge protectors together, because that's not good, so I'm not gonna do that, even though I really want to. Well, that ruins the plans for this area. Let me just have a think for a minute. much noise? Yeah. So the only place I could get the 6 gang to fit right or be correct was in here. And now I have a whole bunch of extra space if I wanted to put more things in here, but the thing is with the heat mat, I could definitely put it in here. I've got 2, I could put them in here, but because I've not used them before, I don't really want to put them into a space that I'm not able to like monitor very, very intensely. I'd much rather put them into somewhere like the bedroom or the living room where I can really be on top of what's going on in there and like pay like really close attention to make sure it's not ruining my plants. And I just can't do that in the office. So maybe once I've like figured out, hey baby, maybe once I've figured out the heat mats, I can eventually put some in here, but I just don't feel like it's a safe enough bet right off the bat. So I guess I'll just not use them. But genuinely, please tell me your experiences with them, just because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want to like screw it up. So yeah, okay. I've got this bad boy now, which I can switch out for the one on my IKEA cabinet so I can use the fan. Oh, this has just been like way more faffy than I thought it was gonna be. But it's okay. It's stuff that I gotta do, and I'm gonna feel so much better having done it. That's what a reset is for. It's to reset and like feel like you're in a good place again. I've set everything up now with the Google Home app, so now I can like turn things on and off with my phone, which is great. So we're all back on track. Oh, the other thing I need to do, I need to add it into my automations so they come on time. So they come on automatically. I can do that. I can in fact do that. It's just faffy. That's the thing about adding new things in. Whenever you do, you have to add them to like your previous automations, but it does make it worth it, and then they'll come on automatically and turn off automatically, and then I don't need to worry about my grow lights at all, which is like the best thing ever. I genuinely think my grow lights would barely be on if I didn't have them on automatically. So it's definitely worth doing. It's just a little bit of faff up front to set up, but I mean, I think it's worth it. So, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sit down and do that. Maybe I'll make a cup of tea, sit down and do that. And I mean, that's not exciting to show you, so I'm not going to show you it. just had a quick pause for some lunch, but it's just getting darker and darker out. I think like the clouds have come in basically, and it's getting kind of gross. So I'm gonna light up in here because it makes it feel so much more cozy and like tolerable. But what I have to do next is take my Predatory mite sachets off, the old ones off, and put the new ones on. So yeah, let's just get going with these. Straight in there with the new ones. Oh my god. My little alocasia sprouts dropped off of there. Luckily, this glass didn't break. I'm so glad about that, but I have made an absolute mess now. So while that is annoying, luckily nothing is broken, so everything's fine. I can just sort that out in a little bit after I've finished doing the Predatory mites. Right, well, now the sun's come out again. It's just one of those December days where it's like either dark and cloudy or the sun is out. Like it's very much fluctuating at the minute, which makes it kind of hard to know whether or not to put on my grow lights. But I'm just gonna keep them on because I'm too lazy to turn them off. But I've just gone around my collection and had a look at things and made a list of things that I wanted to get done in December. I mean, not necessarily have to get done in December, but like things that I want to do, and I can always like carry these on into January and stuff, carrying like going forward. Some of the main things to do, aside from repots, which I've got a separate list on, but the main things I want to do is set up some new moss poles, but I don't have the moss poles I want for them. A lot of them are smaller things like my Monstera EC7, my variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, my philodendron verrucosum, all of those things. And the thing is, I really want to do them on front opening moss poles, but I can't seem to get those here in the UK, or like any ones that seem good enough. I know you can like Grow Thickly, I think, does some, which they don't look as good as the Russo ones that you can get in the States that I just like really want. So maybe I need to get my parents to buy me some and send some over or something. But I just, like, they're all small things, and because they're so small now but get really big later, I don't want to put them onto a small pole like the sort of normal ones that I have my bigger things on, because when they size up, I want to be able to add more in easily. And with the front closure ones, that's so much easier than with the mesh ones, because I don't want to have to like keep cutting the mesh apart in order to pop things up and like expand them properly in like the ways that I want to, if that makes sense, because they're quite small now. So they're things that I want to do, but I don't know. I also have some things that I want to prune, and I don't mean propagate, I mean prune. I've just decided that there's like, it's things like my mistletoe cactus, which is like over a meter long. It doesn't need to be that long, and I could pot it up, but the effort it would take for me to like find someone to send the cuttings to, or to like propagate and put it back in the top, yeah, it's not worth that effort to me personally. I don't think I have the capacity at the minute to do that. I've got a new grow light that I want to set. It's another like vertical standing one. And then my repot list, which a lot of it is things that I have received that I never like repotted into my own soil. I say my own soil, it's Soil Ninja soil, let's be honest. But it's all like things like my new Dracaena and Anthurium that are still quarantining in the bathroom. My Begonia Clio, which I still haven't repotted. I could even do my Sarcophylla here because I never repotted that one. Just things that need a little bit more, probably better soil, and then I'd probably be better at watering them as well. Goals wise, the main thing I can think of, because I'm feeling pretty set in my collection at the minute, the main thing I can think of is to get back on moss pole watering. I've kind of let that go in this past month. I've not been as on top of it as I was throughout all of the growing season, and I think my moss pole plants would definitely benefit, especially the ones that aren't at the tops of their poles. I have a couple that are at the tops of their poles that I'm just like not dealing with, and I'm just gonna like chop the tops for a little bit, just because that's all I like mentally have with them. I can't make them bigger, I don't have room for that. That's kind of like the main goal I have. And then I built myself a little shopping list as well. I want to get some more trellises so I can put some more of my Hoya on them, and like begonias and stuff as well. I want some more self-watering pots with clear insert. I need to upsize a few things. Yeah, mostly alocasias, because I feel like they're upsizing, so I needed to get some bigger ones of those, and I'll get the ones with the clear inserts so I can keep an eye on the roots. And those are from Eastern Tropicals. And then obviously front opening moss poles, I'm going to keep looking for those. If anyone in the UK or even the EU, if you know of anyone who does them, let me know, and maybe I can get them from there. I just can't get them from the States. That like the shipping's just far too much for it. And it's just like, I have an idea of what I want to do in my mind, and the fact that I don't have the tools for the job is like kind of frustrating. And like, yeah, I just don't know what to do with it, so I'm just going to leave it for now and hope and pray that I can find something that would work. Or if anyone knows anyone who could like laser cut some like thin plastic for me or something. Oh, that sounds like really faffy, but it'll need to happen eventually. But yeah, I feel really good with the things that I've gotten done today. I'm still gonna leave my cacti and succulents to continue draining out for a little bit in the kitchen. I mean, it's not that exciting to watch me put them back anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'll leave those for a little bit longer, but I'm feeling good and like we're in a good spot with things. I feel like I'm back on track, and I'm very, very, very proud of myself for going and dusting, because I knew those plants absolutely needed it, and they are looking so much better now. I mean, you can't really tell when it's this dark, but I know that they're gonna be doing better, and they just will. It'll be good. So yeah. Before I go though, I want to say a huge thank you to the newest members of my Good Growing fam over on Patreon. So huge thanks to Matilda and Doris for joining in. I really hope you love it over there and like enjoy the bonus content and live chats and polls and just generally getting to know me a little bit better. If anyone else is interested in joining, it is £3 a month, and for that you get all of the things. Also, there's a new thing that I spoke about in, I think my last video or something like that, but you can now gift a membership, so you can put a membership to my Patreon on your wish list this year. I'll put the link down below in the description, and you can put it on your wish list, and someone can gift you a membership if you want to try it out as a gift. So that's there. Feel free to put it on your Christmas wish list. I feel like it's such a good gift for someone. I think I'm going to definitely be putting some Patreon memberships on my wish list this year. So yeah, that's it for me and my December reset. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you hopefully got some good plant toursy things done. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future. If I touched on anything here that you want me to go more in depth with, let me know and I can hopefully make that happen for you, and subscribe for more. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye!